Monitor an annual protest march in the city. The demonstration to the U.S. Embassy commemorates the 1973 bloody squashing of a student uprising by the military dictatorship at that time.
WHMS Champaign-Urbana. It is 6 o'clock on Light Rock 97.5. Although there's a little frost on windshields this morning, it doesn't feel that cold out this morning, although the winds are going to pick up. Brian Barnhart has our news update brought to you by Rhodes Bacon Serve Rolls. Rhodes warm and serve rolls from your freezer to the table in just 12 minutes or less. Rhodes warm and serve rolls available in a variety of choices in your grocer's freezer. Brian Barnhart.
All right, thank you, and good morning. 26 degrees here at Light Rock 97.5. Many questions remain about the motive and background of a man due in federal court in Pennsylvania today. Just a little bit. Of course, big news out of the Champaign Police Department yesterday. Champaign City Manager Steve Carter says naming an interim police chief while Chief R.T. Finney retains his title until late January will maintain consistency in leadership at the police department until a new chief is named. And Michael Kaiser has this report.
6:43 here on your Thursday morning. Let's get a news update now with Brian Barnhart.
All right, thanks, Ethan. Good morning on URock 107.9. I'm Brian Barnhart. President Obama is in Indonesia for a summit of East Asian nations, the final stop in a 9-day tour of the Asia-Pacific region. The President also will have one-on-one meetings with several world leaders, including those from India, the Philippines, and Malaysia. Energy Secretary Stephen Chu likely to face sharp questions from a House committee today when he testifies about Solyndra, the California solar company, given a $500 million bailout loan before it went bankrupt. In prepared remarks, Chu says he thought the loan was in the best interest of the taxpayer. He didn't do it for political reasons. Here with Lipscomb, the opponent tonight, in 3, 2, 1. Well, we're back at the Assembly Hall as our pregame show continues. The Illini shoot-around, as always, joined by assistant coach Jarrett Howard as we get ready for the Lipscomb Bisons here tonight. And Jarrett's off to a good start, 2-0. Obviously, some things you can always work on. the turnovers, obviously, on something you guys looked at as coaches in the last
Right.
game. We got to protect the ball better, obviously.
Oh, most definitely. That's one thing that we emphasize, coming back and then preparing and getting ready for Lipscomb is protecting the ball. And, they're going to, diamond presses, full court presses, and get after it. So it's going to be really vital for especially our guard play to really protect the ball and get us into our offense.
In fact, Coach Stallings talked to me the other day. They had a coaches versus cancer event, and they had Tennessee State, Austin P, Lipscomb, Belmont, Vanderbilt, and I think there was one more. I can't even remember, but they're good basketball, definitely in the area, and Vandy and Belmont really have had a run as of late.
Yeah. And then a nice run, and then you kind of go the rest of the way.
I think a lot of it were learning, and quickness bothered us, smaller guys bothered us.
Number 2 was pretty good.
Yeah, you know, one, they beat us on the dribble. Two, they got out, they switched a lot of things. They just basically played 4 guards and a big guy, and now they get you all spread out. And, you know, you gotta make better cuts. You gotta step off. You gotta shorten your pass. You gotta slip some screens. And you know, the big thing is the turnovers. You don't get a chance. You shoot 51%, but you don't get enough opportunities because you turn it over 21 times.